6, we're back again. Kristi and Katie, your crime time friends. Stories, justice, laughs collide. True Crime Squad, come join the ride. Grab the clues, let's take a stand. For victims' voices, hand in hand. True Crime Squad, it's time to shine. Season 6, your turn, your time. True Crime Squad, where justice meets hilarity.
Hey everybody, welcome to the True Crime Squad. I'm Kristi Brower, here with my sister, co-host, and partner in crime, Katie Weaver. Hey Katie.
How's it going?
It's good. I'm a little scattered, as you can see. Thanks for, adding me to the screen.
To the screen?
As is so typical, I've been spending all day on my case.
Now your brains are scrambled.
Well, and waiting for the press conference. Like, there's got to be a huge press conference. There's got to be. Finally.
Yeah.
Katie sends it to me at like 2:30.
Yeah.
So I've been scrambling my brains out to make sure we have that because,
Key.
Sucks when you don't. So, anyway, that's how I've been. How have you been?
I'm good. We loaded a huge kiln yesterday.
Oh, yes.
Of our new big pottery kiln and ran it, and I am desperate to unload it, but it is still so hot in there.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh.
I mean, it hit cone 6 last night at about 11, which is 2,250 degrees, and by the time I went to bed at midnight, it had cooled to 1,600, and when I got up this morning, it was sitting at about 250, which at that point you feel like you're safe to crack the kiln, open it up a little bit so it can start cooling down. It's still too hot to unpack.
Oh my gosh.
This evening? Yeah. And I don't want to rush anything and, make anything breaks, so.
Oh, yeah.
But it's several layers.
Yeah, but you're dying to see what's in there.
What I can see, I'm super excited. I keep wanting to just reach down and pull that one mug out, But anyhow, so I'm super excited. I'm hoping dinner time-ish, I can finally just do a kiln unload video and pull my stuff. I can see right now that some things did not turn out the way I expected, but maybe are still okay. But we'll see. Glaze is wild. What you think you're getting and what you do get, there's a lot of factors involved. So
that's really cool. Well, I'm excited to see.
And the biggest factor, my own inexperience. So we're learning a lot.
Right?
But,
no kidding. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. Super excited. So yeah, it's good.
Well, good. And yes, Sandy did make it. She missed the show. When I got out of our show yesterday, I opened my office door. She's just standing there like, "Hi, Mom." I'm like, "Where the hell were you? You didn't even call off work. You just didn't show up." But today she's like, I called her and she just comes running. Reality is Sandy is a cat and she does cat things and she lives on cat time.
It's what cats do. Yeah.
It is. Oh, and thank you, Cherish. Yes, I am a lot better. I'm just kind of healing up a sinus infection at this point, but COVID has left the building.
Yeah.
So I'm happy about that. Well, we have a very big show for you today, as you can imagine. And we get to end it with something so hilarious that happened locally. And that makes me happy because you know how we love some funny crime.
And we're starting heavy. Ooh.
The real heavy crime. And we've got heavy crime today. So, Katie, I know you are going to kick it off with a crime news update.
Yes. So last week we brought you the news of a couple that had been murdered in Devil's Den State Park in Arkansas. And at that time, the suspect was at large. And then we learned that there had been a potential arrest. I had actually sent Kristi a tweet that I saw from a girl who said, "I'm pretty sure that guy was just arrested in my barber shop. He sat down to get his hair cut. I was partway through his fade and police showed up and arrested him." And we were like, could it be him? They said it was a double homicide. Well, as it turns out, it is him.
Kind of explains why his hair looks like that in the mugshot too, because I'm like, why does his hair look so weird? Because she'd had it all combed out anyway.
I loved it too because she said something along the lines that she left him pretty messed up because she was only partway through his fade. So good. We'll have that. So a quick look at the actual the footage from the barber shop. I'm going to show you that first. There's no sound, so bear with me there. But so this is him parking. Remember the black car? They had
The
initially,
black
I think,
car. Black
said it was
Mazda?
like a Mazda or a Mitsubishi. It was actually a Kia, but he'd put
Oh.
black electrical tape over the emblems on the car.
Oh, that's not sketchy at all.
No, so here he is, just coming in for a haircut.
Yeah, looking pretty shaggy.
And now here's the police. Yeah, she's getting the hell out
Wow.
because, yeah, double murderer right here in your chair.
Wow. That would be really scary. Some
Yeah.
rando sits down for a haircut and then the cops walk in and are like, hey, that guy killed 2 people.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
yeah,
Wow. I'm glad for her sake that it was a peaceful arrest.
yeah, right? For sure. So, what do we know about this guy? Well, we know now that it was a stabbing. We know
God.
that he accosted the husband on the trail and that mom ran the little girls to safety and then ran back up the trail to try to help her husband
Oh,
and that they were both
God.
stabbed to death.
Jesus. That is
We know that he did
awful.
have some injuries on his hands. We know that he had just moved to Arkansas to teach school, 4th grade. We also know that he has quite the history of teaching. He's from Chicago, but he graduated from Oklahoma State University and taught in Broken Arrow schools. In 22-23, he taught at Donald Elementary in Flower Mound, Texas. We know in 2023-2024, he taught in the Broken Arrow School District. We know in 2024-2025, he taught with Sand Springs, Oklahoma schools. And then, of course, we know that in June 2025, he was listed as a teacher at Byari Elementary in Springdale.
So he was not being kept after his first year at any of
No.
these schools.
And he was, now people are coming out of the woodwork saying this guy was creepy as hell. He was inappropriate with the little girls. He played a lot of favorites. He was not suitable to be a teacher. And yet he managed to because he passed the background checks. And all the schools are like, hey, he passed the background check, you guys. Like, we did our due diligence. The problem is.
Bullshit. Did you tell anybody about the problems? Ugh.
Right. There are parents now that are speaking up and former colleagues speaking up saying, yeah, he was for sure bad news. So, yeah, he was right. B, he was getting a haircut because he was supposed to start his teaching job next week.
My
Yeah.
God. And just like how many of these guys have we seen in the last few years that are something like this? They're a teacher, they're a cop, they're a nurse. That
and
are
their bad
sketchy,
deeds don't follow them the way they should.
And their bad deeds are not following them. So someone else is just hiring them, finding out they're shitty, and then just passing them on.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He's been in front of the judge.
Our system of prevention is so fucking not just broken, non-existent.
Yeah. Non-existent. Yeah. He's been in front of a judge. I have footage of it, but it's hard to see anything at all, so I'm gonna let it go. But he's being held without bail. He admitted to everything when they arrested him.
Do you give a reason why he attacked those people?
Yeah.
In particular, or just
they're still very blank on
wanted to do
motive.
some killing?
Unless these are things they're just not disclosing yet, they seem to be very blank on motive still. But for whatever reason, this fool decided to load up a bag of weapons, duct tape the emblems on his car, drive to this random hiking trail. He'd only lived in this town a minute, and march up that trail and find some people to kill. Why?
Yeah, why?
Now, 2 little
Was he
girls are
trying to go after
traumatized
those-
forever. 3 little girls are
Right.
left without parents.
My God.
Yeah. But when they said that parents died protecting them, yeah,
They
Mom
did.
ran them to safety and then went back up to try to save her husband.
My God.
Yep.
And was he after the little girls, do you think? Maybe trying to kill the parents to take the kids? Like,
Right. Is that
or
what
if
this
he
was
was
about?
just out of his mind and gonna go kill some people. It's so strange.
It's hard to say. I saw a TikTok today of somebody who knew him in high school who said he was very explosive. And they always assumed he had some anger problems. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
That's
she
just
was a hella good volleyball player, Amanda. She was a volleyball player, she was a nurse, and she also, according to ladies that she went to church with in Miles City, Montana, she had a really beautiful singing voice and sang in church frequently.
Oh, wow.
His name is Andrew James McGann. One more look at him.
He's fucking
So
terrifying. He's
he
got
is
cobra
terrifying.
face,
He does. Yep. So now we will watch this march through the courts. Will he plead guilty? You know, he's already admitted to it. So yeah, no, he probably won't because that's never how
Probably
these
not.
things work. He
Right.
should. But I also, per normal, wish we could get a full accounting of why something happened. But again, that's trying to make sense of the nonsensical, you know?
It is because he went there prepared
Yeah.
and obviously just didn't, went there prepared to kill somebody.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
are our men,
Yep.
our white men, I'm going to say it, and I know they're not all
Yeah.
white, but the vast majority of them are.
Yeah.
Why are our white men doing this? What is going wrong? I mean, it's just over and over and over again.
Right. I mean, it's on this show nearly every day.
Nearly every day.
Yeah. Right. John said just knowing he went about his life is insane. I grew up and still live in
Right?
the area this happened in. Right. He's just doing normal things. Somebody else said they'd been door dashing to him right and left.
Oh my
So he's just
God.
ordering food, getting his haircut, just going on with life, getting ready to start his new
Getting ready
job.
for his new job. Like this just didn't even just
Happen.
happen. Like he didn't just kill these people. God damn.
I'm so. Oh, it's Madeline. Oh, yeah, that part of that for me is that what was going to happen? He was going to start school. He was going to start teaching. He was going to be around little kids every day, as if nothing happened. Had they not
And
caught him when
maybe
they
on
did?
the weekends go out to the trails for more murders. Like, right.
Right.
Like,
What was the end game here?
because it does seem like he was just going about his life. He wasn't on the run. He wasn't trying to really hide what he'd
Yeah.
done, other than he put that tape on his car. I mean,
Right.
how many
But
people?
that's
if
right,
you want to
Christine.
disguise your appearance, I was going to say, if you want to disguise your appearance, you usually do that at home. You don't go to a hairdresser in
Right.
public when
He could have shaved his
the
head at
cops are
home.
looking for you. Right.
Yeah.
Mm.
Crazy. There is one of the stories that I did in Patreon this last month. I had done a whole series of serial killers and how they got caught, particularly
Yeah.
ones that kind of caught themselves with stupid things.
Yeah.
And one of them, and this was like in the 20s, but it was a murder that he committed, his last killing. The victim fought back aggressively and pulled out some of his hair. And he ended up at a barber shop trying to get his hair cut to patch that up or do something about it because he was missing hair, big patches. And the barber saw all these missing patches of hair and blood on his scalp and called the police. And as
I
it turned out,
bet.
this guy was a serial killer.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You think about our dad was a barber,
Uh-huh.
and he would have seen that as very suspicious. Like, that is not something that you see.
Right.
How interesting. Good for
Yeah.
that hairdresser. Good hell.
I'm glad yeah, that one for sure. And I'm glad this hairdresser was safe. What else had he done since then? Had he been to the school
Right.
yet to start setting up his classroom? Had he
Right.
been to, wandering around the grocery store, the movies, just amongst everybody? So that's what we know. We'll keep an eye on it and watch this one march through the courts, of course. But to Clifton and Kristen, you didn't deserve this.
You sure
What a
didn't.
tragedy
You
for their
killed
family.
poor kids. God.
Yeah. So with that, I will kick it over to you for our main case.
Yeah. of people who did not deserve it. This is Austin Robert Drummond. Sorry, let me get back to I was playing with my slideshow here. We're talking about the murders of these 4 people: Matthew Wilson, Adriana Williams, Courtney Rose, and Braden Williams. This happened in Tennessee. Happened on July 29th. So, some weird things happened on July 29th in this community in Tennessee. I'll tell you a little bit about it. Sorry. Just when you think you're totally prepared. So, a 7-month-old baby girl was just abandoned in her car seat in the front yard of a house in Tigret, Dyer County, Tennessee. This happened about 3 p.m. on July 29th. Weird. A neighbor saw this baby sitting there and called the police and was like, holy shit, what is happening? Thank heavens somebody found her right away.
And thank God she was strapped into a car seat, because at that age she could have been crawling, scooting. Just
crawling out into the street or whatever. Like, it just so weird. I cannot imagine just seeing that out your front window or whatever. That would be very unsettling. Mm-hmm. So police came. Baby was seen by paramedics, and she's okay. She's lost her entire family now, but she's well. She's not harmed. Several hours later, 4 people were found dead in Lake County, Tennessee, which is about 40 miles from where the baby was found. Eventually, they put this together, that these folks who were killed are the family of this child. Mom, dad, grandma, and uncle to her. Matthew Wilson is 21, the baby's dad. Adriana Williams is 20, the baby's mother. Courtney Rose, 38, baby's grandmother. Adriana's mother. And Braden Williams, 15, baby's uncle. Yeah. So right away, they're suspecting a man named Austin Robert Drummond. And they go looking for him. This is him right here. He's been on the run until this morning. Yeah. He was caught. And I think before we get further into what I know about him and stuff, why don't we just watch some of the press conference that finally came out today, talking about finding him and what they know. And then I have a lot more about Austin to tell you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Kim Wheeler, Public Information Officer for the West Region of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. We couldn't be more relieved today to share with you an update that Austin Drummond is in custody. That is a significant win for all the dedicated agencies that worked tirelessly over the past week to bring him to justice. We want to thank the community for the incredible help. This successful apprehension was made possible by the countless tips and unwavering support that we received from you, the citizens. Without your partnership and willingness to come forward with information, this arrest would not have been made possible. Thank you for being the eyes and ears. After everyone speaks, we will open it up for questions, but please note this is an ongoing investigation, and you're going to have questions that absolutely cannot be answered at this time. With me here today to provide more information on the capture of Austin Drummond is TBI Director David Roush, Jackson Police Chief Tom Corley, U.S. Marshal Western District of Tennessee Tyrese Miller, 29th Judicial District Attorney General Danny Goodman, 26th Judicial District Attorney General Jody Pickens, Lake County Sheriff Brian Avery, Dyer County Sheriff Jeff Box, and Madison County Sheriff Julian Weiser. Director Roush.
Thank you, Kim, and thanks to each and every one of you that are here today. Let me start by making it very clear. This is a phase of the effort. The capture is a phase. We will move into the next phase. We've already started that at this time. So But this is not done by any means. This is just, we are now able to move into the next phase. So I do want to say thank you. This is a perfect example of police community cooperation. And there is no better example for this country, frankly, of the effort that's gone into this week-long challenge, trying to find the suspect after the horrible, tragic deaths of the family that was taken from the Lake County community. And so I do want to say thank you to the local, state, and federal agencies that all came together tirelessly, working 24 hours a day for an entire week until today, when finally we were able to get the lead we needed to find the suspect and get him into custody. It also took a very vigilant community, and so we're very appreciative of everyone here in Jackson for being vigilant, paying attention, and especially for the calls today that led us on the path, that led to
ABC 24 News starts right now with breaking news.
and a community that is looking out for the safety of everyone here. And so I wanted to make sure we express that. And again, I can't tell you how proud we are of the amazing team of police that have worked on this from our various levels within government. And it shows what can happen when we put everything aside with a focus on mission. And so I want to reiterate how important that has been and how proud we are of all that were engaged in this to be able to come to today's phase in our effort. And so with that, I will turn it over for the specifics of the capture over to Chief Tom Corley with Jackson PD.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Before anything else, I'd like to begin by expressing our heartfelt condolences to the families of the lost loved ones from this vicious crime of Lake County. We're praying for you. No words can fully capture the depth of your pain, but please know that you're not alone and the Jackson community mourns with you. Again, we're here today to confirm that Austin Drummond has been taken into custody. More importantly, his capture occurred without any further harm to the public or to any law enforcement officers. The outcome, as the director referred to, is the direct result of incredible coordination, skill, and determination shown by our local, state, and federal partners. It's a powerful example of what can happen when law enforcement agencies work together with the community who have a shared mission and a singular focus. I'd like to take a moment to recognize and sincerely thank the agencies who played a role in this effort. The Federal Bureau of Investigation and the United States Marshal Service, from our state partners, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, Tennessee Highway Patrol, and the Tennessee Department of Homeland Security, and local law enforcement, the Jackson Police Department Special Operations Division, our Patrol Division, our Criminal Investigation Unit, and our JPD dispatchers and communications, and also the Madison County Sheriff's Department. Each of these agencies brought their resources, their people, and their expertise to the table, and they did so with excellence. I'd like to pause right now, though, and I'm a little biased, but I'm going to talk about the Jackson Police Department for just a minute. From the moment this case unfolded, you never hesitated. Our dispatchers, patrol officers, special operations, investigators, each of you demonstrated bravery, precision, and tireless dedication, even in the face of danger. Your courage has not gone unnoticed, and the citizens of this community are proud of you, and I'm deeply thankful for you. To briefly cover the apprehension this morning, I want to first address the process that led up to it. As you're aware, for the past several days, law enforcement have been focusing on specific areas of the city based upon some intelligence, some physical evidence, and technology. From discovering the vehicle near MCO Road and the intelligence which led us to the area off of Pleasant Plains Drive, these type fugitive search operations are most typically made in a methodical fashion. When covering areas, particularly wooded areas, a cursory search is not sufficient for community safety. And I know that's difficult to have patience for. And I know several of you probably didn't get a lot of sleep because the helicopters flying around and the officers being in your neighborhood. And I know that's tough, but for the last few days, that's what's been transpiring. This morning, however, a couple of encounters with Drummond changed that methodical search to a dynamic one. Just after 8 o'clock a.m., we received multiple calls of sightings of the suspect. Placing resources there immediately resulted in an additional citizen's call at about 8:57 a.m. We took advantage of that quickly evolving situation and made the arrest at 9:05 a.m. I'd like to introduce you right now to Officer Trout, Officer Compton, and Officer Drown. They were there at the right spot and reacted immediately and are responsible for the apprehension of Austin Drummond. As this case moves forward, any additional charges or prosecutorial decisions from any actions that may have occurred within Jackson will be deferred to District Attorney Jody Pickens. We will continue to support his office and the TBI as this process unfolds and ensure that every step toward justice is taken thoroughly and properly. Today, again, we find some peace in knowing that the suspect is no longer a threat, but remain committed to the families, the community, and to justice. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Tonight, families in West Tennessee can sleep more soundly. Austin Drummond is once again behind bars. He is suspected of an unthinkable crime that put all of us in the entire city and area on edge. He thought he could outrun us, but he was wrong. That's because together we cannot be stopped. Law enforcement from every level and the people who call West Tennessee home did our parts. We worked long hours, neighbors stayed vigilant, agencies donated reward money, and someone saw something. They saw something out of the ordinary this morning and did what he was supposed to do. Because of that action, Drummond is in custody. Thank you to the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation for leading this investigation, to the FBI for their unwavering support, and to the men and women of the Jackson Police Department and the local agencies such as the Madison County Sheriff's Office, Dyer County Sheriff's Office, Lake County Sheriff's Office, and other agencies who show up every day to answer the call to duty. And to the men and women of the United States Marshal Service, thank you. Your relentless commitment to duty is unmatched. To the families in Lake County who lost loved ones, Drummond's arrest cannot restore what has been taken from you. We only hope that we could have helped give you assurance that justice will be had. And to the baby girl who will tell one day her story of survival, we look forward to all that you will do. God bless West Tennessee, and God bless America. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. First thing I'd like to do is once again give our condolences to the family of the victims in this case. We have numerous victims, so obviously we have a lot of people in the communities that are hurting because of this, and we want them to know that we're going to do everything we can to seek justice in this matter. You know, this started almost 7 days ago to the exact minute. It was last Tuesday, a little after 3 p.m., when we got the first call of the infant who had been abandoned, and that started this whole process. I don't think I have ever seen so many agencies work together and work in sync. This has been so impressive. It has been what I would think should be a blueprint for the entire country on how to run an operation. You had numerous law enforcement agencies, not just one or two. We're talking about that goes across all of West Tennessee, federal agencies, and they all put their pride aside and had one common goal, and they all did whatever they had to reach that goal. And because of that, today's a good day, and Austin Drummond is not going to be a threat to this community anymore. As Director Rouse said, this was phase one. The real work starts, and the lengthy work will start at this point. Investigations do not end when a person is arrested. That's just the part to get them into custody. This investigation is going to go on for a good period of time. In addition to that, there will be lots of court appearances, lots of hearings, and we will do everything we can to ensure that the communities are kept safe, and we're going to do that by seeking justice in this case. I'm going to work with General Jody Pickens, because we do have a case, this time that's a little bit different, because we're going across a couple of different judicial districts. And because of that, he and I will be working closely together, but we will work together just as law enforcement did with one common goal, and that's going to be to make sure that we seek justice. And with that, I'm going to turn this over to General Jody Pickens.
Good afternoon. My name is Jody Pickens, and I'm the elected district attorney for the 26th Judicial District, which is comprised of Chester, Henderson, and Madison counties. Like the others who have gone before me, I would like to begin by saying that my condolences go out to the families of these victims who lost their lives. And so we will continue to work to achieve justice for them. The other thing I would say that I want to say that we are very happy that we can at this point bring a degree of peace back to this community, which has been on edge since this incident and since they have learned that this person was back in our community. I too am a Madison County resident, and I just wanted to say that when it comes to law enforcement, we are blessed in this area. We don't have good law enforcement, we have great law enforcement. And as what has been said before, people put their differences aside and work toward a common goal. And that is why we are all standing here in front of you today, because working together, they were able to bring some security to this region. Like General Goodman said, an arrest often is just the beginning of a prosecution. There will be the investigation will continue. I will continue to consult with our law enforcement partners, also consulting with General Goodman, because there will be some decisions made. We will be working towards making sure that anybody that may have had a hand in assisting Drummond will be held to answer for that. Those investigations will continue, and we just encourage the public, which has been so important and so engaged in this situation, to continue to provide that information that you may think doesn't matter, but which may in the end provide the break that law enforcement needs. So with that, I would say, God bless our state, God bless this community, and God bless America.
Good afternoon. My name is Brian Avery. I'm the sheriff of Lake County. For those of you that don't know, Lake County is a county of about 7,000 people. It's kind of one of those counties where if one person hurt, we all hurt. And this happened right in our back door, and it put a lot of people on ease. And we all band together. Once this happened, when we all band together. We all want to see this thing through. We all want to see it to the end. But today I want to say, share with our community, the Lake County community, the Madison County community, that Austin Drummond is in custody. This arrest is a significant step toward the ongoing investigation, and we are grateful of the outcome. I want to thank the local, state, and federal agencies that made this happen. Without them, Drummonds would still be free today. The community stepped up with the phone calls, the text messages, the emails. If it wasn't for them, we would still be searching. We would still be looking. To the families of the victims, please know that our thoughts and prayers remain with you. While this arrest brings some measure of relief, we realize that the road to healing is going to be a long one. We as a community continue to pray for the families affected, For those still processing the trauma of these events, justice will continue to be pursued, and we will remain committed to doing everything we can to support those impacted. Thank you.
I'm Jeff Box, Dare County Sheriff. This incident, the baby was dropped off in my county. The victims were residents of Dare County. And I want to start today by recognizing those victims. I left the funeral home just before I got here today of one of the victims, and I spoke with both his mom and dad, and they wanted me to sincerely thank with great, great gratitude each responding agency, each one of you up here, and each officer that responded to this tragic incident that put an evil sense in the air throughout Lake County, Dare County, Madison County, and all across the state of Tennessee. So today I want to begin thanking you from the family by calling those names that were tragically taken. Courtney Rose, Adriana Williams, Braden Williams, James Matthew Wilson. Their names deserve to be spoken. Their lives deserve to be remembered, and their families deserve justice. Our hearts go out to each of these families. We cannot begin to imagine the depth of your pain, the weight of your grief, or the heartbreak of what you are now facing. Please know that this community stands with you. We're lifting you up, and we will walk with you in the days and weeks to come. Thanks to the incredible collaboration that you see here on the stage and the determination of all law enforcement officers and partners, Austin Drummond has now been apprehended and charged with these victims' murders. We are thankful for a safe resolution to this manhunt, but we also recognize that these families, that the difficult journey is just beginning for them. I want to take a moment to thank those who helped make this possible. Sheriff Brian Avery from Lake County, Sheriff Troy Klaas of Crockett County, and Sheriff Julian Weiser. The Jackson Police Department, whose partnership and response was unwavering. Our state partners, the TBI, Bureau of Investigation, who kept us informed every step of the way, and the Tennessee Highway Patrol. Our federal partners, the FBI and the U.S. Marshals. Every deputy, every officer, every dispatcher, and investigator who contributed to this effort, we thank you. As well as the public information officers, Kim Wheeler of the TBI, and Stephen Sutton, who led an important work of keeping the community and the public informed while we had boots on the ground working this case and assisting in working this case. Thank you to the community. We can't say enough about how your support and cooperation has been the best. Not only to keep yourself safe, but to help in his capture today. Let me be clear that the manhunt is over. The justice process is just beginning, just like General Goodman stated. We remain fully committed to continuing this investigation, including the vehicle that was found in Dare County, the infant that was abandoned in Dare County, every tip, every detail that we receive, every lead that will be followed through completely and thoroughly. Everyone has been very concerned about the well-being of the baby, and we're glad to report the baby is healthy and doing well. As we leave here today, let us join with the victim's friends and other family members as they lift up the victim's family in prayer for strength and support that they're going to need in the days ahead. So thank you.
Sheriff Julian Weiser, Madison County. I just want to say thank you to the community for the support, the prayers, being vigilant. I got to witness some hard work this week. It was 5-6 days of high intensity. Local, state, federal law enforcement officers across this county. You know, every door that we opened, every structure we checked, we didn't know if Drummond's was going to be behind there. And to have that amount of intensity over 5 or 6 days, and our law enforcement personnel working 18 to 20 hours a day, they made an ultimate sacrifice to keep our community safe. And I want to personally thank them. I want to thank their families for standing by them. There's a lot of people behind the scenes as far as with TBI, intel analysts, support staff, the district attorney's office. You know, the troops in the field relied highly on our administrative staff. So they did a great job with providing us with intel. And I know the community will get some rest tonight. And it was amazing to see the hard work and commitment and sacrifice that our law enforcement personnel has made for our community. Thank you.
All right, that'll conclude the remarks. Are there any questions that we might be able to handle? Yes, sir, please.
Hi, Brendan Tierney with WSMB 4 News in Nashville. What's the working motive at this point? Any idea, anything you can tell us on why he did this?
Yeah, and at this point on a working motive, we are unable to speak about that. Still all part of the investigative process at this time. Yes, ma'am.
Imani Williams with Channel 5 out of Memphis. Drummond was out on bond for multiple charges out of Lake County and Trousdale County. One in Trousdale County being allegedly smuggling drugs inside the jail, cell phones inside the jail. Will that impact this investigation right now with this information?
In terms of his prior charges, charges that he also has picked up while he was in prison, all of those certainly will be taken into consideration as we move forward in the justice process, as you've heard the generals speak to. So yes, all of his activities will be certainly considered, not only in our investigative effort and the justice process, but certainly in his housing and how he'll be managed going forward.
Let's go ahead and stop that there, because I think I can tell you more than what they're going to tell you about what we know about Austin and what led up to this. Now, some of this is conjecture. Some of this is what people in the community are saying. Some of it is known things about Austin, because Austin has a long criminal history and he's only been out of prison since September of last year.
Yeah.
And he is currently out on bond for a bunch of crimes that he is charged with committing while he was in prison. So let me just...
How old is Austin?
Austin is 28 years old. When Austin was 14, he committed his first crime. It was an attempted robbery. He got some community service for that. And then, when he was 16, Austin committed this crime in 2013. This is an armed robbery that he committed in a gas station. Here he is just wandering around the store, pretending like he's not about to rob a store. As you do, I guess, if you're gonna, and look at their children in this store as he does this. Here's a different angle. This is when he actually pulls the gun on the cashier. She's like, she or he, I'm not sure. They are just like, whatever, dude, here you go.
Right. Yeah.
Austin got $44 out of that till.
Wow.
Got $44 out of that till. And he got 10 years in prison.
Yeah.
Because it was an armed robbery. When Austin was convicted, he made a bunch of threats. He said he was going to kill the jurors, and he was going to kill the clerk from the gas station.
Jeez.
And so he got a bunch more charges immediately for those things. And so ultimately his sentence was 13 years in prison. So Austin came up for parole in 2020. Let me show you what you saw. This particular, I'm going to read you this because it's too hard to see it from here. you saw this particular district attorney who said, who spoke today, Jody Pickens. He wrote this letter to the parole board. Dear Ms. Davis, I have been notified of the above defendant's parole hearing set on July 23rd, 2020 at the West Tennessee State Penitentiary. This office strongly opposes his early release on parole. Austin Drummond is a dangerous felony offender and a confirmed member of the Vice Lords. Keep that name in mind. That's very important in this case, I think. On July 31st, 2013, he entered a Circle K convenience store and pointed a revolver pistol at the victim. In this case, as he demanded money from her. He was convicted by a jury of aggravated robbery. After his jury trial, Drummond made a phone call to his father, where he threatened the jurors and the victim in this case. He made statements saying, "They are going to regret it, and I'll be out one day." Drummond's behavior while in prison should also be taken into consideration. He has 25 disciplinary actions against him that include refusing orders, drug possession, defiance, and being in possession of a deadly weapon. This type of behavior clearly demonstrates that Drummond has no desire for rehabilitation and is not capable of living among society. Due to the seriousness of the crimes he committed, his violent behavior towards the victims in this case, and to protect society from his criminal behavior, we feel that he should remain in prison and serve his sentence in full. And that is what happened. They timed out his sentence. So when he was released in September of last year, he was not on probation. He was just released because he served all of his time. Right, should have listened to Jody Pickens. So then, after he was released, he was charged. I'll put these up, but I'm going to read them to you too because they're hard to see. He has a whole slew of charges based on crimes that he is believed to have committed while he was in jail. Well, possession of a gun for a convicted felon, which should happen after. He's done a few things trying to get drugs into the jail because that is a thing that the Vice Lords are known for doing. The Vice Lords are a gang. They're a street gang. They're also an active gang in prison. And one of the things that they're known for is getting drugs into jails and prisons.
Oh my God.
Also, possession of Schedule II meth, possession and manufacturing, contraband in a penal facility, a couple of those. And then, let's see, where's the other one? Let's see, first-degree murder attempted and contraband in a penal facility. He is charged with first-degree attempted murder of another inmate, I believe.
Why is he free?
In the prison. Why is he free?
Holy Christ.
He was arraigned for these things, was given the opportunity to bond out, and he did. And so he has been out on bond. Now, I'm going to share with you something that this is conjecture from community people. It's very important that we share with you when we share things like that these are not things I can confirm for you, but these are things that people in the community who know him and who know this family are saying about what this crime was about. It is believed that he, Austin Drummond, is the ex-boyfriend or husband, I'm not sure which, of Courtney Rose, who is the one of the victims of her sister.
Oh.
So he's known to have been in the gang, the Vice Lords. It is alleged by people in the community, I'm not accusing anyone, this is just what people in the community are saying, is that the young dad who was murdered was being used as a mule to transport drugs to the prison.
Oh boy.
It is believed by people in the community that something went wrong, and that he was directed by the gang that he had to kill this young man. People believe that it is simply that the others were there and witness to what was happening which is why they died. Also, the rumors are that they were given a heads up that they needed to get that baby out of their house because he was coming. And that's why the baby was on the lawn.
Wow.
Now, these are rumors. Okay, take them with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
This could be parts of the story. We don't know 100% if it's 100% of the story, but these are parts of the story. Austin Drummond, it breaks my heart in a lot of ways. When you think about Austin Drummond as a 14-year-old boy,
Yeah.
already in trouble, trying to commit a robbery,
Yep.
gets some community service because, you know, everybody wants to give a kid a chance. Turns around and immediately, within 2 years, commits an armed robbery.
Yep.
Um,
This kid was a wreck
there
from the
are,
get-go.
yes. There are multiple people who have been charged now with aiding and abetting him, assisting him after the fact. It's likely that they are fellow gang members. Let me tell you, the gang task force in Tennessee has this to say. The Vice Lords actually are a gang that started in Illinois, in Chicago in the 1950s.
Wow.
They've also been known as the People Nation. There are now a bunch of different versions and different spin-offs of this gang in different states, and they are in Tennessee. Their common symbols are the 5-pointed star, the $, a pyramid with a crescent moon, and the Playboy bunny. A lot of them have one of those symbols tattooed below their thumb. They wear Pittsburgh Pirates and Steelers clothing. The P on the Pirates cap can refer to the People Nation. Michael Jordan jerseys are known to be popular because of the color and the numbers. The 2 and the 3 add up to 5 for the 5-pointed star. You know how this stuff goes. There's all this symbology. The Vice Lords are known to have a chief of chiefs over the South. There are other ranks that include Supreme Chief, 5-star Universal Elite, 3-star Universal Elite, Citywide Enforcer, and Citywide Chief of Security, 5-star Branch Elite, 3-star Branch Elite, and Soldier. So anyway, Vice Lords are a well-known street gang in Tennessee. And he has direct connection to them while in prison. And those individuals who have been arrested for aiding and abetting him are believed to also be Vice Lords. This case is gut-wrenchingly sad.
Yeah.
And the destruction, beginning with this kid at 14 years old, to now the destruction that he has carried out on all of these individual people, these innocent people.
Well, a complete lack of conscience in this person is terrifying.
It is. Except he didn't kill the baby.
No.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It just, something about this guy it breaks my heart. Like, this kid was so screwed from the time he was a little teenage boy.
Yep.
Were drugs involved? This is what the community is saying, is that this is about drugs. This has something to do with drugs and potentially delivery of drugs to a prison. We don't know for sure, but it sounds like that's what they do. They're pretty well known for getting drugs into jails and prisons. That's one of the things that they do. So we're going to continue to follow this, obviously. I mean, thank heavens. What happened today is that, well, I'll show you. You saw these videos during the press conference, but I'll give them a little bit of context. These are videos. No. Wait a minute. Here we go. I have so much stuff. These are surveillance videos from people's like ring cams and stuff. And there are several of them of him wandering up, trying doors.
Wow.
He's dressed camo head to toe. He's got a backpack. Like, he's outfitted. He is set. He's masked. He's got gear, you know. He either had a lot of stuff waiting for him or, you know, people were providing him with things to keep him on the run.
Right.
What happened this morning is that a construction worker saw a man dressed kind of like this. Seemed odd. It's August 5th in Tennessee.
Right.
It's hot as hell. He was dressed like that, and he was headed into the woods. This guy said in a place that absolutely no one would want to go right now, especially not in this heat. It seemed weird. And he had been aware of the search for Austin Drummond, and something just hit him that this was wrong. And he called the police, and they were to his location so fast that he was still like just explaining on the phone call with 911 what was going on. And those officers that you saw in the press conference came blazing up.
They were just
and
really close at the time.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And managed to apprehend him, and no one was injured, which, again, very good.
A miracle. I'm
sure we're
amazed
gonna
he was
learn-
still in the area at all.
Right?
But
I am too. But remember, he's a member of an organization, probably pretty low on the totem pole of that organization, and he's carrying out orders.
Yep.
Is what this appears to be.
Oh, man.
So I'm sure we're going to learn a
Such a
whole
sad
lot more,
case.
and I'm sure there's way more that I know.
Yeah.
And some of what I've said today may very well be wrong, but these are the things that I've been able to glean so far.
Yeah.
I'm just grateful for all of the communities where he was being searched for and where these murders occurred, that he is apprehended.
Yeah.
And, you know, that DA was right. And this man will never get out at this point.
No.
But it is a very unfortunate thing knowing how dangerous he was.
Yep.
And knowing all of the charges that he is facing. He was out on bond.
Yeah. That's
Being allowed
incredibly
to
frustrating and disheartening.
harm people. Yeah, I don't understand, given his history, why he was given the opportunity for bond.
That's hard to fathom.
We as humans, we suck at predicting this stuff
Yeah.
so much, and we have to learn from experiences like this. You know, we don't want to be violating anybody's rights, but at the same time, this is a repeat offender. This is a repeat violent offender. There were certainly reasons why they could have justified holding him without bond.
Right. I mean, he was facing attempted murder charges. I mean, come on.
Will they offer bond again? Oh, hell no, they won't offer bond again. Not
No,
now.
he's done now.
But we have to learn from these. The system has to learn. How many times have we seen a horrific murder like this carried out by someone who is out on bond for another violent crime? So many times.
Yeah.
Right. The community's right to safety is also important. And lately, maybe always in America, individual rights override community rights. And I think we're seeing what a huge mistake that can be with a person that really has no interest in being a safe person in the community. And that's, I think, what we're seeing here. With that, Katie, I'm going to turn the time over to you. And you know how we like to throw a little humor in here.
Yeah.
And so we're going to do that. All right, what are you calling this?
Oh, Idaho.
Well, of course.
It's a big aside to all of the tragedy we've talked about today. So if that's something that will offend you, this might be the time to turn it off. But if you'd like to ride on the lighter side of crime here for just a minute with us, I think we can offer a little levity. Last week, there was a call to the sheriff's office in, I believe, Bingham County, Idaho, here in southeast Idaho, saying that there appeared to be a woman floating in the river, in the Blackfoot River near Soda Springs. And, you know, things like that happen here in, river country, like a lot of you people who live in river countries, or areas that people do drown in the summer. This is something that happens, of course. So the sheriff's office responded, and the search and rescue responded, and for 3 hours they floated that river, searching for a body, and then they found it. What resulted? Well, they're mad as hell, and they want to charge somebody with littering because it was a blow-up doll.
Thank God for once it wasn't an actual human woman, okay? Not a mannequin, Cherish. Not a mannequin.
And the sheriff said, when I find who did this, he's getting a ticket for littering.
Yeah.
Love how they thought it was a he, it could have been somebody just trying to float the river on it because they didn't have an inner tube. I don't know. But
that has been done. I have seen it before.
Mm-hmm. But this caused a bit of a shakeup. So on Saturday, we had kicked this article back and forth in a chat group amongst ourselves, and I just thought it was so funny. I wrote a song about it, and that was so funny that you guys get to hear it too. So here we go.
Well, it started out like a murder scene. A lady floating where the fish ain't clean. Sheriff got the call with a voice full of dread. There's a curvy corpse with her legs all spread. They brought in drones and a dive team too, expecting cold flash and a case to pursue. But when they hauled her up with a soggy smack, she bounced once and smiled right back. Way on downstream, soaked and slick, with silicone boobs and realistic click. She fooled the town and she fooled the law with a sexy pout and a lifeless jaw. She ain't breathing, but she's got flair, with eyeliner smudged and plastic hair. Dolly downstream, you naughty minx, floating like sin in them soggy things. Would have known. She was dressed for love, not for drowning deep. In lace and latex, now river wash cheap. Her wig was askew, but her pose was tight, like she was mid-moan on a Friday night. Sheriff maybe said, this ain't a crime, though someone had one hell of a time. If we catch the guy who ditched his date, he'll get fined for littering and being late. Dolly downstream, ooh la la, you put the oof in for menage a trois. 3 hours hunting a sexy ghost. Now she's the star of every dirty post. She got more cars than a canyon trail, and lips that say I don't kiss and tell. Dolly downstream, bless your soul. You ain't alive, but you sure got home.
Oh.
Oh, there, partner. That's a whole lot of story. Obviously, she's the talk of town from bar to pew. The river sweetheart in a size 32. Some say she's cursed, others say she's blessed. Just don't float your fantasies fully dressed. Dolly downstream, queen of kink, drifting past trout with a come in the wink. Sheriff still blushing, deputies too. Heard one said she looks like my ex too. Now she's legend, weird and wet. The river's right, they won't forget. Dolly downstream, thanks for the thrill. You gave Soda Springs a little chill.
So yeah, that's what happened.
Well, that was a banger. Good job.
It was quite the banger.
You guys just don't. and you, if you live in super conservative places, you probably know, but people around here are really, really naive.
Oh, yeah.
Like really naive about sex and stuff like that. And also embarrassed real easy about stuff like this. In the news, they kept referring to it as an adult companion doll. We're all like, that's a sex doll and you know it. Like, so funny. Adult companion. Come on. Oh my hell.
Yep.
So funny.
But by God, if they catch that
crime
guy, he's getting a
isn't
ticket.
crime, and it's just funny. Right. Yeah. Somebody's getting a littering ticket for that. But you're right that somebody might have actually been floating on that thing. That is something that sometimes people do when they float the river. Some people will
float on all kinds of crazy shit. Yeah.
Turns out sex dolls are terrible floaties, man. They're not going to hold you up. But
are they? I've never tried, so I don't know.
I've heard from others who have. I have never either, but I have.
I mean, you've had some real bad experiences with a unicorn, but
I did have some real bad experiences with a unicorn that was supposed to be a floaty. But anyway, that's hilarious. And sometimes you just need to laugh a little because that was real funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just wanted to say that I double checked before the show, and Michael Brown is still on the loose in Anaconda. They did a press conference today, finally, and said that they have signs, and they're seeing things out in the mountains that indicate to them that he is out there. They just haven't come across him quite yet, but they believe that he is still right where they're looking. Yeah.
Well, it is a rugged place. There's a lot of places to hide.
Yeah.
I just hope for everybody in Anaconda that they're safe.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot. That's been a whole lot today.
Yeah.
So, thank you for joining us. We'll, of course, keep you updated on Austin Drummond as we go forward, as well as, what's his name? Your guy? I forgot his name.
Well, I don't know. No, I can't remember.
That guy. We have a lot of names in our heads. Anyway, we're going to keep you updated on all those cases as things roll out because it's important. But I want you to think about Andrew McGann. What is happening with white men? What can we do? What can you do in your community? What can we all do? Because this is an everyday thing right now.
This is becoming epidemic.
It is. And a lot of them are taking themselves out, but they're taking people with them.
Yeah.
This is a scary time.
Yep.
Keep an eye on your men. Make sure they're okay. And if there's somebody that struggles with mental health, really keep an eye on your men.
Yep.
With that, you know it. We are the True Crime Squad. Thanks for being here.
Take care.
Season 6, we're back again. Kristi and Katie, your crime time friends. Stories, justice, laughs collide. True Crime Squad, come join the ride. Grab the clues, let's take a stand. For victims' voices, hand in hand. True Crime Squad, it's time to shine. Season 6, your turn, your time. True Crime Squad, where justice meets hilarity.